Hi, I wanted to jump in and do a little video to help support you through managing your mindset and keeping calm throughout this crisis. I know they're really uncertain times right now, and it can be quite easy to get caught up in all the catastrophizing, all the dramatizing, all the panic and the hysteria that's going on. But I want to support you in staying calm and collected and really staying out of the fear for a couple of different reasons. One, if you're in business, we really want to be making sure that we're making decisions from a place of purpose rather than a place of panic. If we're, surrounded by people that we love, we want to make sure that we're keeping our stress levels down to take care of our own mental health and our own health. Because when we're in high stress states, our immune system is affected. So we really want to make sure that we're staying in our, optimum health. So first and foremost, one of the key things that I'm going to be doing for myself that I want to share with you is being able to manage your mindset throughout this crisis. It is so easy that we can, because of everything that we're consuming, we're taking on board all of this information about all the terrible things that are going on. And we've really got to be careful not to take on the language that the news is sharing with us, because they are using dramatic language to get your attention. And you've got to be mindful, because the dramatic language that we hear and we take on board creates our emotions. Because when we're thinking in panic states, when we're talking about all the deaths that are happening and we're talking about all the impact it's going to have economically, we're going into absolute fear states. So, I know the news need to use that because they need to get your attention, but I want you to start to monitor the language that you're using day to day. Because even though things are a little bit uncertain right here, right now, we can stay calm and we can stay focused on what we need to do to take care of ourselves. So I really want you to think about how the language that you're using and how you're talking about this situation and this crisis at the moment with your friends, with your family, with the people online, what you're engaging in. The more drama you consume and the more we leave our brain unattended, it's going to go into spiral. It's going to spiral out of control. The drama is going to get out of control, because the purpose of your brain is to search out and look for danger in our environment. And because there seems to be so much of that going on, it's going into fight or flight and we're freaking out, right? And what it's doing is actually affecting our autonomic nervous system. We're going into sympathetic nervous system, where we're actually in such a stressed state. So we're actually producing a lot more cortisol. So the cortisol is a stress hormone. So we've got to be mindful of that, because that shuts down our immune system and it actually keeps us so much more panicked and stressed. So the best way to overcome that and to actually bring ourselves back to center, there's a couple of different things I want to share with you. First and foremost, the first thing, the beginning of the day, please make sure that you're starting your day on your terms. Set aside any social media, any news, and just allow yourself to be for the first 20 minutes at least, right? Our brain is like a vacuum, and it's going to take on any information in that first 20 minutes. So whether you use that time to meditate or to really allow yourself to get back into your body, whether that's through movement or exercise, it could be reading, it could be music, anything that allows you to feel good. So we want to get yourself into a feel-good state first before you go out and actually let the world come in and affect how you feel. Because when you start from that place of centered energy and you're grounded, then when the world comes at you, you actually come from a different place, and you can really allow yourself to process the information and the emotions from a beautiful centered space, rather than from reacting and constantly just reacting with everything that's going on in the world. So really manage your morning routine is probably one of the most important things right now, because when you start from that state, it's much easier to get back to that. The next thing is really acknowledging your feelings. You are going to feel scared, and you're going to feel sad or upset or worried or stressed or concerned about what's going to happen, right? And that's normal. In a state of crisis, it's very, very normal to feel that. So really just allow yourself to acknowledge your feelings. Feel your feelings if you need to, but just allow yourself to know whether you're staying in that space. If you're staying in that feeling, then there are tools to get yourself out of it. So really notice that, allow yourself to feel them, process the emotion, and then decide what you want to do from that place. And that can be reinvigorating yourself to take action towards something that's going to set you up to prepare yourself for the future, or to take care of yourself in this present moment. And sometimes it's about actually bringing yourself back to the present moment and reminding yourself of how you are here in this environment right now. So a beautiful way to bring yourself out of a stress state. And a lot of the time, because of the way that our brain works, right? It's looking for danger. At this point in time, feels like so much danger out there that our brain is going into fight or flight. So it feels unsafe. So just taking a moment, whether you do that as part of your morning routine, to remind yourself at this present moment, you are safe. So you can use affirmations like, I am safe, I am healthy, I am happy, I'm okay, right? So just allowing yourself to repeat those with closed eyes, breathing deep from your diaphragm, and really center yourself back to that place. Because in our immediate environment, you're more likely to actually feel quite safe, right? It's not, the coronavirus is not at your door, right? Like, so being mindful of that. Yes, I know that there's things happening out in the world, but you can control how you feel in your house right here, right now. And I would really love you to be able to feel grounded and centered and prepared to be able to move forward. Okay, so to be able to deal with this. So bring yourself back to that reminder, and that will actually calm your nervous system down, because it's your brain's going into that fear, fight or flight. By reminding yourself that you are safe and you're okay, then you're actually allowing yourself to calm and bring your nerves down. The other key thing, if you find that that doesn't work, is using your breath. Our breath is the best tool to be able to bring our nervous system back to equilibrium. So there's two different ways that you can do this. One, if you feel like you're in an okay state, but you would like to get back to equilibrium and back to that center, then using a 6-pace breath. So 6 pace in, all the way from the diaphragm. Really important from the diaphragm, because when we're in a fight or flight feeling, we often breathe from up here. So we're breathing short breaths, or we actually are holding our breath. So reminding ourselves just to breathe, right? Breathe deep from the diaphragm. We want to breathe in for 6 and out for 6. In for 6 and out for 6. So 6 seconds, right? So breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when we do that, we bring ourselves, like, do that multiple times until you actually feel your nervous system calming down. Now, if you're in a really heightened state of stress and you feel like and you notice this, right? Because your voice, you'll start to talk a lot faster, your movement will be a lot quicker, you'll be panicked, you'll be stressed, you'll be overwhelmed. When you're in that really heightened state, the best way to do that is actually to allow your out breath to be longer. So we may do a 6 pace in, but we'll do an 8 pace out, right? So your out breath needs to be longer, and that will actually calm your nervous system down even more. And just do that until you actually feel the calm. Bring yourself back to that center. Our breath is a powerful, powerful tool to help really regulate our nervous system. So use that. Remember to breathe. Okay, so the next one is reminding yourself of the present moment, right here, right now, because often we are so far out into the future that right here, right now, we're okay. So bring yourself back to the present moment. Let's just focus on today. Let's work through today, and then we'll start to think about tomorrow, right? Making sure that you are working through your daily routine, right? So even though, things are changing, the way that our brain determines safety is through certainty. So with all of this uncertainty, it's feeling so unsafe. So I want you to find what's really certain for you right here, right now. So that could be, I'm certain of what my tasks are today. I'm certain of exactly what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm certain of the people that I'm surrounded with. I'm certain of that I'm going to be staying in my house for the next few days. Like, really just bring back some certainty into your life. I'm certain of the sun coming up tomorrow. I'm certain of these beautiful blue skies. I'm certain that I'm healthy right now, and that's great. So really allow yourself to just focus on the present moment of right here, right now. What can I be certain of? My business is going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing the tasks. I'm going to keep working with clients. I'm going to keep doing the things that keep my business thriving. So it might be, small little things that you can do, very small, because when we get too general, right, it becomes very fear state. So we want to make sure that we're specific. I know for sure today, this is what has to happen. This is what I'm going to be doing, and I'm certain of it. So when we find that certainty, again, the brain calms down, because we go back to that place of, okay, we're safe, we're okay. The last little key things is remember to move your body. We want to make sure that we're taking care of our mental health, and we do that through exercise, we do that through eating well, and making sure that we're reducing any other form of toxin that we're taking on. So, reduce the amount of alcohol or anything else that you think that might not be serving you the best at this point in time, and do what you feel is right for you. So making yourself feel good, do the things that make you feel good. And I know, like, moving your body, whether it be any form of stretching or yoga, it could be walking, we can go out into nature, like all of those types of things that actually keep your mental health at a really high level. So making sure that you prioritize that. I know for me in my day, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to prioritize movement, prioritize meditation, prioritize that time in the morning, that first 20 minutes, and making sure that I'm consuming positive things. And even though you keep up to date and you want to make educated decisions on what's best for you and your family, but making sure that you're not over consuming drama news, right? Because it's not going to make you feel any better, and it's not like you're actually learning anything new, right? So making sure that you're taking care of what you're consuming. So I really hope that this video has served you, and please feel free to replay it. I'm going to create a few more videos to support you throughout this time, and some meditations and some visualizations as well. And yeah, more than happy for you to share it to your friends and family, whoever you feel really needs it.